The next step in understanding the passing game is knowing what to control and how to control it. If Josh is down on his back, and throughout a lot of the different instructionals that I'm coming out with, I kind of make fun of grips a lot, because we think that this is the thing that's doing it. If I just grab the ankle, I am going to control the whole of the leg. If I just push on his knee, that I'm going to control his leg. If I just put my hand on the hip or just put my hand on the shoulder, that is the thing that's doing all of the work. There's this thing called sensory homunculus, or the cortical homunculus, and it's kind of how our brain maps our body, or how it sees our body. For all of us, we pretty much think that our hands are the biggest thing that we have, that everything needs to be done with our hands. And actually, I think the mapping of our hands were like 10 times bigger in relation to our body. Clearly, that is not the case. If you look at my body, the legs are the biggest and strongest things. I want to use the majority of my body when I'm trying to control something. My hands can only control something for so long. Okay, these are not actually that strong. They're really not for that purpose, especially if I'm trying to control a resisting, strong, creative body. I'm not grabbing the ankle, because from here, look at my body position. I'm way too far away to put any force on this. I see a lot of people pass like this, and they might be successful because they're moving around, they're using a lot of energy to throw him back and forth, but there's not a whole lot of control. If this person really knows what he's doing, right? He can get his leg on the inside, and now he prevents me from doing anything with that. I don't know many arms that are going to win the battles against legs. And if you do, you're probably going to waste a lot of energy. So it's important that when I step forward, that when I utilize this grip, that there's weight behind it. Okay, now I have to be careful to not commit all of my weight and throw myself off balance, because what is the most important part of passing? Our base. And I never throw myself out of position. So when I grab, Josh, can you get on the inside now?
No.
No. He's grunting a little bit. He's feeling my weight now. What about now?
Very easy.
That's weird. Not able to control. What about now?
I can't move my leg.
Okay, cool. I have to get rid of this first layer of defense. If he's putting pressure and I'm able to get my weight involved, I could push this down. And sometimes I can either push this down or deflect my body in a way to clear that out of the way. The next layer of defense is his knees. I got to start getting by his knees if I'm cutting through in this manner. I'm going to cut through. I'm always getting stable to the floor, and I can bypass his knee by controlling the hip. Controlling points are here down by the ankles, feet. I want to go the end of the lever. Sometimes you can grab the foot. The next layer that I need to get around is the knee. Next layer I want to control is the hip. And the next layer is the shoulder. Because if he's able to turn, if he's able to get to his feet, these are the things he's going to be doing. He's going to defend with his legs. He's trying to protect his territory here. So I need to get around these frames. And I want to be able to control the right places. Otherwise, he's going to be able to get up or go on the offensive. So Josh, if I'm all the way over here, what's another thing you can do? He can get up. There's no weight on him. He can go on the offensive here. If you're just working your way into position and your weight isn't on him yet, understand you can utilize these legs also as a lever to control him. Holding the ankle, Josh, come up. He's coming up. Same grip. Josh, come up. I'm lifting on the leg of the lever, not allowing him to sit up. In order for him to come up, last I checked, he needs to have his feet on the floor. So just remember that anytime if you're just working to get a little bit closer to him and you feel like they're starting to sit up, instead of pushing down, lift up. And then you can creep into space to get a little bit closer. As far as the layers of control, not a whole lot of control, a little bit more control, a little bit more control still, even more control. Once I start controlling the upper part of his torso, he's in a pretty bad spot, but all the while, I'm stable to the floor. Sometimes I see this a lot with high-level people. I'm here, and then there's the torso, and I do this to try to control him. And now, what did I do? I didn't follow the rule. I got stable to him instead of getting stable to the floor, to the mat. Again, we need to manage our weight distribution. When I'm here, if I am going to control the torso, I have to make sure that I'm in that right control point. I'm controlling the shoulder, or I'm controlling the hip, but without committing my weight. I'm stable to the floor on this side maybe, or I can be stable with my shoulder here, but you'll notice I'm constantly having stability to the mat. Can you roll me here, Josh?
No.
Now watch how subtle this is. Can you roll me now?
Very easily.
So just be very mindful with his hips getting directly under yours. If you can get underneath someone's center of mass, you can balance them. That's their kind of center point where they can be balanced, but it also means that they can be moved. As you're moving through, understand these are control points, but I'm a little bit further away. I don't have full control over his body. I have a little bit better control. Can you come up here, Josh? Can't really stand up at this point, but I'm not by his legs just yet. I can control his hip. I still have to maybe go back and control on the inside of his knee. So maybe I'll open up that knee, get my arm on the inside of the hip. So now I'm controlling the hip and that knee at the same time. And now I'm looking to try to control his torso. If I can get an underhook, that will control the shoulder. If I'm able to pin here, that can control the shoulder. With the gi, you'll see guys grab that collar and pin with their elbow. They can also use a lever here, gi or no gi, to lift up. And now you can't really come up or get onto the side of your hip as well. Without this, very easy, okay? These limbs can be used as levers to lift or push, or lift, push, or lift. But I have to be mindful of what he can do. Okay? It's much better if I want to control him and pin him, I need his shoulders and hips flat to the floor, especially his shoulders. Because if his shoulders can't turn towards me, then his hip can't really do it either. But I can control his hip. Can you turn your shoulders? Yeah. So the higher you go, the more control you have over the body. And eventually, you get to work into that side control position. You're looking to get stable to the floor throughout your passing process.